Hi everyone, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your free live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, we have free picks on every game every day at PickDogs.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Over 41% of our viewers are non-subscribers. Anyways, got a full slate of college football today. We got a guy in the Facebook group who thinks that the 10-team parlay that I calculated the odds on, that a $5 bet pays $500. When you calculate the odds, it pays $226. He said, that's your opinion. Yeah, well, my opinion is that he's full of crap. That's why he didn't post the ticket showing it. Anyways, doesn't matter. We got tons of college football today. Ohio State, Penn State kicking it off. We got Indiana, Michigan later on. TCU, Baylor, or TCU, Oklahoma. Lots of good games to do. So I got, I think, 8 or 9 premium picks, maybe even more than that. So be sure to check it out over at the premium area if you want my best bets. Got a lot of college basketball. I did a bunch of college basketball videos too, NBA videos. I think of all the NBA videos that I've done so far on YouTube, I honestly think the ones that I did today are the best ones I've done so far. 10 picks in the premium today. So there it is. I really like them today too. So I mean, that every time when we'll just say I really like those picks today. I actually went a lot heavier than I normally do. So we'll see what happens. I went a lot heavier on the early stuff. But anyways, we'll do tons of free picks on the show. We of course got free picks on the site. So be sure to check them all out. And of course, like I said on YouTube, I've been doing tons. Morning. Thank you. Yeah, we don't do free-for-all. Free-for-alls are on Friday. From now on, we don't do those anymore. Free-for-all is only on Fridays. Yeah, free-for-all Fridays. That's it. If you go to pickdogs.com, it says premium picks. If you have any questions about it, you can email me, mitch@pickdogs.com. Start by going over some games. About 4 minutes into the show, giving people a chance to join us. Let's just get rolling. Got Rutgers taking on Michigan State to start the day. It's been a lousy year for Michigan State. They're laying 21.5 points on the road here at Rutgers. I gotta say, I'm gonna go with Rutgers. I'm gonna go with Rutgers in this one. I think that 21.5 for Michigan State. I mean, they're just a lousy team. The game I'm most excited about today are the ones that I put in the premium area. I'm not going to make this an infomercial for the premium. That's not what this is. This is the live show where I give out free picks. But it's like, if you're going to ask questions like what games do I like the best, those are the ones that I put in the premium area. Free-for-all is on Fridays. We did double free-for-all on Fridays. Yesterday we did free-for-all in the morning show, and then we did free-for-all football in the afternoon with Steve Monahan. We don't do the free-for-all format anymore because I've done videos on a ton of games that we've written up games. I've gone over them 3 times during the course of the week, and I get sick of talking about the same games over and over again. Not fun for me. So we've switched away from the free-for-all style, and we've gone to just a regular show. I like Rutgers plus the 21.5 against Michigan State. Like I said, I don't love this one. I have 3 of my premium picks are in the early games, so you can check those out there. I just think that I think Michigan State's just terrible offensively. I know how bad Rutgers is, but don't overestimate Michigan State. They're not a good team. Not good. No bueno, as they say. I like Minnesota minus the 15 against Northwestern. Once again, we got a team that just can't score points. I don't. My best bets are in the premium area. My best bets are in the premium area. I have 10 picks in there today. If you buy a one-day pass, it's $3.50 a pick, but actually you get 2 days worth of picks. When you buy a one-day pass, you get tomorrow's NFL too. So it ends up being like $2 a pick. If you can't afford $2, you shouldn't be betting. I can't work for free because I have expenses. The site, all this stuff doesn't happen for free. All the guys that write the articles, all the the other stuff, not free. It's like I know it's free to use the internet, and that's fine. And we have free picks for people. We got tons, tons, and tons. But yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota. I think they bounced back from the loss. I had Iowa last week, but this Northwestern's defense is okay, but they're certainly not as good as Minnesota. We have inverse line movement in the West Virginia-Oklahoma State game. I like Oklahoma State in that game, but West Virginia has been stingy at times. I'll take Okie State, but it's going to be a lean in that one. Keep rolling here. Like I said, we got tons of picks in the premium area and today, and of course free picks. Yes, they do. Illinois has done it a couple times this season, and there's been many times. Yeah, they went. Of course they do. I had once Pittsburgh against West Virginia one year. They were 34.5-point underdogs. I bet them on the money line at plus 3,300, and they won outright. Ryan. Todd M? The Todd M? Anyways, of course, we got free picks on every game. I got free pick videos on all the games out there. A lot of the big games over on our YouTube channel. You can check them out there. If I don't go over a game that you're interested in. But we don't do the free-for-all format except on Fridays from now on. Just don't do it. Notre Dame versus Boston College. I like Boston College in this one. I just think 21 is a lot. Probably that Navy score a little overblown. I think Boston College can run the ball on Notre Dame. They're a lot more physical. And this is a big game for Boston College. And I think they're going to treat it like that. I'm going to take BC plus the 21. Let's move over and do some NBA. I think the NBA videos that I did today are some of the best ones that I've ever done. And I've kind of changed the style of those videos. And I really like the new style. So you guys will have to let me know. I really like the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks today against the Pistons. I didn't give out any NBA premium picks today, but if I did, this would have been one. The Bucks versus the Pistons. So if you want to know best free play, there it is, right there, the Bucks. Love the Bucks. Yes, I did. I did a video on the Miami Heat. I did a video on every NBA game. But I like the Bucks. and that's my best free play of the day that I'm going to give out. I also like the Heat against the Sixers. I think the Heat are the better team here. I think they have a chance to win it outright. They're +4 in this game. If you ask, anybody who do they think is the better team, who's the better team, I think that they would say that the Sixers are, but the Heat are the ones that are 11-3. They're 5-2 on the road and against the number, and 8-2 against the spread in the last 10. But the Sixers 6-0 straight up at home, but 3-3 against the number, just 4-6. In the video, what you'll hear me talk about is the bench scoring for the Heat, and that's really the difference in this game. Is the Heat just have better depth? I'm going to take the Heat against the Sixers for my second NBA pick of the show. We'll move over and do some college basketball for a second. 76ers are so inconsistent. So inconsistent. I really don't think they're going anywhere. Yeah, I changed the video format. I think you guys are really going to like it if you take a look. Over 41% of the people that watch my videos or watch the live show do not subscribe to our channel, which I don't understand. Pretty crazy. I did a lot of videos today, but let's pick a game that I didn't do a video on. Let's go to the College of Charleston versus UCF. UCF is 2-1. College of Charleston is 3-1. And Central Florida coming off a nice win over Illinois State. They were a 2-point dog, and they won by 2 in that game. Meanwhile, Central Florida, of course, remember last year they had Taco Fall. But he's gone, but they still have a pretty strong team. Charleston is pretty good. That one loss was Oklahoma State, and I loved Oklahoma State in that game. I think Charleston, they kind of just wilted is what happened. These two teams are pretty even. I think Charleston has the better offense and the better defense, and we're getting points. So I'm going to take Charleston against Central Florida. I think plus the 4.5. Do another college hoops, and then we'll switch back to football. We'll just kind of go around and around, I guess. I didn't really prepare all that well, but I know we got a ton of games today, and of course I did a ton of YouTube videos, so be sure to check those out. And of course we got free picks on every game every day at pickdogs.com. Vermont versus Central Connecticut State. Vermont 4-1 this season. Central Connecticut 0-5. Our Catamounts laying 27. You know where we're going with this one. We love Vermont. Love them. Coming off that cover against Virginia. Vermont averaging 62 points a game. Central averaging 54 points a game. So only an 8-point differential there. But you guys know where I always look, especially in college basketball. Of all sports, why college basketball kills so many people is people just ignore the defense in college basketball. But when you look at Vermont, our Catamounts, they're only allowing 60 points a game, while Central Connecticut is allowing almost 85 points a game, 84 points a game for Central Connecticut. Love Vermont. They're gonna double them up, probably like 80-40 type game. Gonna crush them. Get back to some college football action. Of course, we've covered all these games, and that's why I'm kind of, moving around in college football, because we have covered a lot of these games, most of them. One of the games we didn't cover was App State versus Texas State. App State minus 28 points in this one. I looked at this game last night. Texas State coming off of a 63-27 loss against Troy, not a very good team. They played Lafayette. They lost 31-3. That was at Lafayette. They lost to Arkansas State, who's not very good, 38-14. And we have seen App State play extremely well against the bad teams, beating Monroe 52-7. The thing about App State is they have a good offense, but we haven't seen them score tons and tons and tons of points. And laying 4 touchdowns is pretty tough. I'm still going to lay the 4 here, the 4 touchdowns with App State. That's going to be my free pick in that one. Of course, I do tons of free picks every day. Fridays are free-for-all Fridays. We're back to that. I know that a lot of people like the free-for-all style, but I think what we figured out was that I go over these games so many times that by the time we get to the free-for-all style, I've gone over some of these games 4 or 5 times. It's too much. But anyways, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. Yeah, we did have a sweep last night in the NBA in the premium. Thanks for acknowledging, but it hasn't been the best run in the premium, and we'll take it. So there it is. This is the type of stuff that that we always appreciate. Weather alert, ton of rains in Athens all day, and I like Texas A&M. I like Texas A&M in this game. I do. I liked them before the weather report, and I like them even more now. I think Texas A&M has played a rock-solid schedule. And when you look at who they lost to, Alabama, Clemson, right? The best of the best. Auburn, Alabama, and Clemson are Texas A&M's 3 losses. I really, am not a big fan of Jimbo Fisher, but you have to give him some credit. Sam is confused. He tried to get into the bedroom. My wife had the door shut. He went up over there. Then she shut the door. Then he walked over. He opened the door. And now he looks tired. That's Sam. I don't know. He's got a rough life, that dog. Yeah, we got tons of free picks. I've been doing more videos than I've ever done before. Matter of fact, I'm already working on my board for the videos tomorrow, even without the point spreads out. I already am working on the board, like with just getting the numbers together. Then I just punch in the spreads, and the pick is basically already made for me because all the numbers are already on the board. I'll show you guys what it looks like. You can see it. It's right there. I don't know if you can see all the numbers and everything on it. But that's how I do the videos. And if you ever see me look over to the side, that's what I'm looking at. Is that whiteboard right there. I put it in the studio, but I have it out here because obviously getting ready to watch some football. I don't want to be in the studio where there's no TV, at least not currently. But anyways, let's get back to picking some games. Of course, be sure to hit the thumbs up if you're watching us on YouTube. We've gone over a lot of these games, but we have a bunch that we haven't got over this week, so that's awesome too. It's like we go over a lot, but we also don't go over a lot. I think one of the games that I was looking at last night too was Southern Miss, and this could be the big winner of the day, of the free picks of the football. I thought that Southern Miss was looking pretty solid. Let me just go over these numbers. Southern Miss is laying 3 in this game against Western Kentucky. They're 7-3 on the season, but as we know throughout the years, Southern Miss, this is their time of year. That Southern Miss gets it rolling. We've seen them do it a bunch of times. See all my hats behind me. Remember I used to wear the different hats on the show? They're all right there. I wear them like normally. When I golf, I wear the white Pick Dogs hat. But anyway, Southern Miss, this is their time of year where they get it together. Western Kentucky, the last time they played was 2 weeks ago, the big win at Arkansas. But Southern Miss has won 5 of their last 6 games. They haven't played against the better teams. It's UTSA, UAB, Rice, North Texas, and UTEP. The loss to Louisiana Tech, and of course they lost to Alabama 49-7 earlier this season. And Mississippi State was their other loss. But this is a team, Western Kentucky. They lost to FAU. They lost to Marshall. They beat Charlotte, Army, Old Dominion, UAB also. They lost to Louisville. I like Southern Miss in this game. Hey, can you knock it off? Please don't give out my picks. If he wants my picks, he can get them. He can watch the show or show up on time. We recap at the end of the show. You know, the people can subscribe to the channel and get notifications. They can be here when we start the show, or they can wait till the end and we can recap. You know, I recap at the end of every show. I know, we're all good. But it's like, so one person shows up late and it's like, yeah, what we'll do is we'll stop the show to give them picks. You know, when everybody else was here on time and we've already rolled through them. Anyways, be sure to hit the thumbs up. I guess that's my bad attitude that Todd said I had yesterday. Todd M. Steve and I had a good time with that. Gonna do an attitude. It's not that, it's your attitude. You guys ready for Thanksgiving or what, man? I love Thanksgiving. My favorite holiday. We already went out, we've already got everything, except for the pie. The pie you gotta pick up the day before, Maui Pie Company. Everything else you got, ready to roll. South Florida taking on Memphis. South Florida needs to win out to go bowling. Memphis has been so strong this season. They've been an offensive machine. You know, I think I'm going to go with South Florida here plus the points. I think that's the play. I think they have a chance to win this game. Okay? They lost to Cincinnati last week by 3 points. I think Cincinnati is a more physical, tougher team than Memphis. Meanwhile, you know, they're getting 14.5 at home, and it's like they have to win out to make it to a bowl game. They're going to leave it all on the field. I'm going to take South Florida. Do one more college football, and then we'll switch back around to college basketball. I like Wake Forest minus the 6.5 against Duke. I think Wake bounces back. They have not looked good their last 2 games. Virginia Tech and then Clemson. They were 7-1, now they're 7-3, but Duke was absolutely shellacked last week. Duke once again, another team. Duke once again is another team that if you subscribe to our channel, you can see exactly how many subscribers we have. But Duke looked terrible last week against Syracuse. They're in a much tougher spot here at Wake. And I'm going to take Wake in this one. Go back to college hoops. Really nice card today and tomorrow as well. Like I said, I'm already working on tomorrow's games. Let's look at some of these later games. I'll be live at halftime of... thank you. Appreciate it. I like hearing it. Just lets me know that I'm doing the right things, especially when somebody told me I was too old and shitty to do this stuff. It still bothers me. And it's going to always bother me. I'm never, ever, ever going to get past that. But lots of college basketball on here today. We got San Francisco against Sam Houston State. College basketball is the sport where you could find these schools that you don't really follow too often and really make some money. But San Francisco minus 10 in this game against Sam Houston State. The Dons have been really sharp the last 2 seasons. They've been really good defensively. Let's just dig in a little deeper here and see exactly what we come up with. Because at 8.5, I think it's easy. But at 10, you got a whole different story. The Dons averaging 85 points a game, while Sam Houston averaging 67. But defensively, San Francisco allowing about 5 points less per game. The Dons also hitting a blazing 41.3% from beyond the arc. Gotta love San Francisco in this game, right? San Francisco minus 10. Gotta love it. Late night winner. What's better than that? Of course, I'll be live at halftime of Penn State, Ohio State. Believe I'm going to do halftime of, I don't know what the rest of the games I'll be halftime of. We'll talk about it at the next one. Yeah, we're not doing Team A versus Team B. We're not doing free-for-all. Free-for-all is Fridays from now on. Anyways, someone's messaging me. I don't know what that means. Anyways, tons of free picks. We got free picks on every game every day at pickdogs.com. We do tons of free picks on this show all week long. We do, 7 days a week. We do the early show, weekdays 10 a.m., weekends at 11 a.m., those of you that are new. And on the weekday shows, generally, I just give out picks. We used to do free-for-all style where everyone would just ask questions and I would just give them out. But what happened is you can email me. This isn't our customer service show, but you can email me, mitch@pickdogs.com, and I will help you. No problem. Access the picks. But if you need help accessing the picks on the premium, you just go to where it says Premium Picks on the top tab, and then you just log in with your email and then the password that you created, and you should be able to get in and see them. Of course, we do free picks on every game every day at pickdogs.com. And our YouTube channel. Of course, I do tons of free pick videos. I do more free pick videos than anybody out there. Let's get to another free pick. I do like that San Francisco pick though. Like it a ton. Do one more college hoops, and then we'll be good for the day. Let's pick out a good one. Let's see what we got. Western Kentucky versus Illinois State. Western Kentucky 4-1 on the season. Illinois State is 2-2. Illinois State, they're laying 6 points in this one. Western Kentucky coming off of a loss to Bowling Green. They were 4.5-point favorites in that game. Meanwhile, Illinois State, a 1-point loss to a good Cincinnati team, a 2-point loss to a pretty good Central Florida team. That's why the odds are where they are. They beat Belmont and Arkansas Little Rock. They played 4 quality opponents. Western Kentucky played Campbell, Eastern Kentucky, and Austin Peay. Illinois State averaging just 71 points a game. Well, Western Kentucky averaging 81. But it's the level of competition. And Illinois State, despite playing those tough opponents, allowing just 68.8 points a game, while Western Kentucky averaging allowing 71.8. I gotta like Illinois State in this one. This is my living room. This is my office. This is my living room. I just moved the board out here from the studio. This is my living room. I've shown this before. My other TVs, I don't have them on yet because of the games, but you can see right here. There's my TV setup. I have that, and then I have the iPad and computers and everything else. So I just have the 4 TVs, iPads, computers. The sun is just coming up, you can see. Getting into whale season. Of course, we got the Maui Classic here next week. Go back and do some college football to wrap up the show. Let's do a couple more games that we didn't go over this week. Got UAB hosting Louisiana Tech. UAB is -6.5 in this game. 5-0 at home and 4-1 against the number at home for UAB. But La Tech has been pretty tough. Coming off of that 21-point loss to Marshall, they just had the big injuries, and that's what has hurt Louisiana Tech. The quarterback and the backup quarterback are both out. Smith was suspended, and then Allen got injured last game. His status is unknown, and that's why you have this number with UAB favored. I think we saw it against Marshall, and I think that especially without Allen now going 3 deep at quarterback. Oh man, because Louisiana Tech, if all things were even, then I would take Louisiana Tech, but I think you got to go with UAB. It's a lot of, you know what, let's take La Tech here to pull the upset, even with their backups. I don't like the way UAB has played this season, I'll be honest. I've been disappointed with them. We'll do one more pick. Let's go to a late game. Washington State taking on Oregon State. And Oregon State has been kind of underestimated all season long. Both these teams are 5-5, but Oregon State 4-0 against the number on the road. I'm going to take Oregon State plus the 10. So I just got an interesting comment, and I'm going to show it on the board and just talk about this for a second. So when I first started on the internet back in 2008, there was a guy that helped me. I had a lot of questions about the internet. That's why I do things a little differently than everybody else does. You guys know that, right? That I'm not like these other guys in the industry. Nobody else has a show with like this back and forth and, you know, and everything like that. And nobody's active in their Facebook groups like I am. And nobody does as many videos as I do. And no one does as many free picks as I do. And I had somebody that helped me with that because I knew that I was always going to do it bigger and better than everybody else. But sometimes, you know, with stuff that you don't know about, you have to be able to say, you know what, I don't know about this stuff that much. I'm going to ask somebody else who has some answers for me, and maybe it'll take me a little less time to do it. And that's exactly what I did. So about a year and a half ago, the guy who was my mentor, and he has nothing to do with sports or sports betting. He doesn't know. He couldn't even tell you 3 NFL teams. You know, he's just not his thing. He came to visit me here in Maui, and they did an interview with me, and he had a film crew and everything, and we talked about nothing about sports or nothing about betting. We just talked about me, you know, and what I do on the internet, and it's out there. And those of you that have signed up for our email list, I know we don't have it up and running yet, but he's actually going to be handling all that stuff for our email. Of course, it's still going to be my picks and stuff that I'm going to put in the emails. But some of the other email stuff that you guys will be getting as far as like updates as to, you know, what articles are out there and things like that. We're going to have all sorts of options for you on emails. He's handling all that. It's going to be way better than anything that I could do. It's going to be really cool. But I'm glad that you saw that. I certainly have nothing to hide about it. If you saw that interview, you saw our house, what it looked like a few years ago. Anyways, let's just get to, I'll run down the picks that we did. I took in college football. In college basketball, I liked College of Charleston, Vermont a lot. I think they double them up. San Francisco, I like a lot. And Illinois State, I think is a strong play. In the NBA, I love the Bucks. The Pistons have been miserable on the road. And yeah, we'll do a parlay. Let me just do these picks and we'll get to it. I also like the Heat against the Sixers. I've been on the Heat a ton this season. Rutgers plus 21.5. Minnesota, Oklahoma State, Boston College, App State, Texas A&M, South Florida, Wake, Louisiana Tech, and Oregon State. For a parlay, let's just do one of each. I'll take the Bucks. I'll take the Bucks, Wake Forest, and San Francisco. I I think I like FIU with the points. I think Miami wins the game, but I like FIU with the points in that one. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll see you guys halftime of Penn State, Ohio State. And we'll figure out what other halftimes we'll be doing after that.